Welcome to Study Time, a televised home learning program produced by Rwanda Basic Education Board.
Hello students, how are you? I hope you're okay. So you're welcome again to biology class. Now we are in the senior 6. So the unity is unity number 8, which is the general principles of reception and response in the animals. And then the lesson of today is the structure and the functioning of the eye. And then what is the objective of the lesson? You will be able to describe the structure of human eye. So be ready. Take your notebook where you can write explanation. And then you follow. Even you can ask where you don't understand. Together? Now, so last time, remember we have talked about what you call receptor cells. Have you get something? Who can tell us what is receptor cells? Yes. 1 second. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're right. So that is the cells that can detect the changes in our body. The changes, either the change that occurring from the outside or the internal of our body. Those are what you call receptor cells. They do detect what we call stimulus. Remember what is stimulus? Yes, stimulus is what? Is any change that can be detected by receptor cells. So as we have seen, those receptor cells, we have different types of receptor cells. We can classify them according to the types of stimulus, where we have how many? We have 5. Do you remember those? Okay. Photoreceptor, thermoreceptor, chemoreceptor, mechanoreceptor, then electroreceptors. So you're still remembering. Now, for the topic of today, we are going to see one of the sensory organ that contain what? That contain what we call receptors. One of the organs we're going to talk about is the human eye, what's the role of this human eye? What do we use with the eye? Yes, it helps us to see. The sense of that is what you call sight, just to see, which means the eye is very important. If you don't have the eye, we cannot see. You cannot see the good image. You cannot see the colors because you don't have. But we have the eyes, which is a very important organ. So now, what is the eye? It is a complex light-sensitive organ that enables to distinguish the variation of shape, color, brightness, and distance. So this is what you call eye. Why is it light-sensitive? Because I use the light to see. If there is no light, have you tried to look when it is in dark? In darkness, we cannot see well because there is no light. Those lights, they are going to be received by what you call photoreceptors that found in the eye, on the part called what? Retina. That is the eye. What is the function of the eye? What's the general function of the eye? Is to transduce the light or visible frequency of electromagnetism into the pattern of the nerve impulse. Actually, this eye, as I have said, it has what? It has what you call photoreceptors that are located on what? On the retina. We are going to see where retina is located on the image. So when those photoreceptors get the light, they sense the light, there is change of that light into the what? Into the impulse, into the message. That process of changing the stimulus into an impulse is what we call transduction. We have also what we call transformation, where that impulse can be transferred to the what? To the nerve system, to the brain. You know why? Brain is one of the organs of our body that help in what? In the control of the body activities, of different activities that taking place within our body or on the environment. The brain is the one that order to do different activities. For example, you can say, I'm going to somewhere. So actually the brain is the one that can help you to judge, to say I'm going or not, I'm going or not. Let me sit. Let me stand up. Oh, that is the brain which is controlling that. So through those sensory organs. For example, you can look image. If the brain is not there to explain what are you looking, you cannot see the image. Because when those photoreceptors receive the light, that light has to be converted into the impulse that can be received by the brain, and then the brain is going to send the message to the receptor, to the sensory organ, and then tell you what really you are seeing. You see, the brain is very important. So it coordinates all those organs we are talking about. So now, the function of the eye is just to transform the light energy into the impulse that can be transferred to the what? To the nerve system. That's the eye. Now, this is the external structure of the eye. You see? This is the external structure of the eye. What do you see here? Here is there on your screen. This they are called ear bro. Ear bro. Here, this. So those they help us to prevent like when you are sweating, the sweat cannot enter into the eyes because those are there, those eyebrow. You see? Then from the eyebrow, we have what we call the upper eyelid. Eyelids, ear rashes. We have this here, and then we have the one down here. So those are the ear rashes. Those are ear rashes. And then you have this pupil. Pupil is this, it is inside of the eye. You can see the black structure that found inside of the eye. That's what you call pupil. And then we have this sclera. This is the white. The white you see in the eye is called sclera. This is sclera. And then we have also what we call the iris. In the eyes, we have the big dark structure, and then inside we have the small one. The small one is what we call pupil, and then the big one is called the iris. We shall see what is the importance of that. Then down here, we have what we call lower earlid. We have even the upper earlid, this side. And then they are called, those hairs, you can call it hairs, they are called ear rashes. This is the external structure of the human eye. Is it clear? Nice. You can see even the internal structure of the eye. Are you together? You can look on the screen. So let's start here. This part here is called cornea. And then the eye has three main layers. We have this external layer, which is called sclera. We have the middle layer, which is called choroids. Then you have the inner one, which is called retina. Then on the sclera, we have this part called cornea, which is transparent, which can allow the light to do what? To pass here. And then from this, we have this, here we have what you call pupil, it is here, then iris, then we have what you call ciliary muscles here. Ciliary muscles, they do maintain the iris into position. It makes the iris to be stable. And then we have what you call lenses. Lenses that can, to focus the light, then you are able to see. Lenses, you see? And then you have this aqueous here, aqueous humerus. There's a fluid here where if oxygen needs to pass to the eye, it has to pass through this aqueous humerus. Here we have what you call vitreous humerus. It is a fluid. It contains fluid where the light can pass and then come where? Here on this retina is where the photoreceptors that we have talked about is where they are located. Here, photoreceptors. They are located here. Then you have here the optic nerve. The optic nerve is there. It is the one that will pick the impulse will carry impulse to the brain. Yeah. And then you have also fovea here. So you can ask yourself the function of each part. We have these the lens. What's the importance of lens? They do reflect the light and focus it on the retina. They are made of elastic material. Yes, they are the one that can refract the light, can orient the light to the what? To the retina. This is what you call lenses. Lens, this side. Is the one that can direct the light to the what? To the retina. Here. Here. These are lenses. Then we have what you call ciliary body. They are made by what? By muscles which contract and relax to change the shape and curvature of the lenses. Actually, to look, you can see the near object and the distant object. So we need now the change of the shape of the lens so that you can see the near one, the near object, and the far object. That change is going to be ensured by what you call ciliary body. They are here. Those ones, ciliary muscles. They do contract and relax to make sure this can change the shape when you want to look for the material that are what? Are near or at the distant. So we have now what you call special ligaments. Special ligaments is a tissue that attach on the edge of lenses of the ciliary muscles. They are called special ligaments. They are here on this diagram. They are around here. Yeah. Even they do help also to maintain this lens into a good position. Finally, we have what you call iris. It is colored, as I have said. It is the black one. It's colored part of the eye. It has radial and sacral muscles which control the size of the pupil. So this iris is the one that can control the size of the pupil. It has melanin pigment that absorbs strong light, you see, to prevent what you call blurred vision. Sometimes we cannot see good the image. So that iris is there just to give you the good image, the good, to see where, to absorb the strong, when there is a strong light, how our eyes is able to see the strong light. It uses this iris. Iris is there just to do that. You can see where the iris is located. It is here. Yeah. And then we have what you call pupil. It is a hole. It's on the center. Small is a black small structure that found in the center of the iris. Because the iris is this big, dark, but inside we found another small. Have you seen this? That small structure is what? The hole. It is a hole-like. It's called the pupil. What's the role of this one? Is it the one that can allow the light to pass into the eye. This is more thing. They allow the light to pass into the eye. We have also what we call aqueous humor. It contains fluid that maintains the shape of the eyeball and fight the light. Because light, when it passes through where there is fluid, it can pass easily. So it contains fluid. Even the oxygens and nutrients that needs to be supplied to the eyes, they pass through this aqueous humor. You can ask yourself, is our eye needs nutrient, oxygen? Who can answer? Is it yes or no? I see most of you are saying is yes. Why? Why our eyes need oxygen? Oxygen is a source of what? Of energy. Are you getting this? When oxygen is there, it can help us to do what? To break down the food that have been stored. Then we can get the energy, ATP energy. We have talked about this. That energy can help you to do what? To see. If there is no energy, it is not easy to see. That's why oxygen also needs to be transported and other nutrients into the eyes. They pass through this aqueous humor. It is transparent and allow light also to pass. Yeah, this is, Now we have vitreous humor. It is also a fluid. It is behind of the lens. It is located here. It is this side. This is vitreous. And then the other chest is this one, fluid, where oxygen can pass to get to the lenses. Then you have this vitreous humor. This also can allow the light to pass from the lenses to the what? To the retina, where photoreceptors are located. Getting this? Nice. We have now what we call cornea. It is a transparent part of the eye that allows the passage of the light. This cornea, it bends so that when the light is coming, can pass easily. That is what we call cornea. It is located here on this diagram. You see, this is cornea. When the light is coming from this side, this can allow, because it's transparent, can allow what? Can allow the light to pass. Are you getting this? Nice. Now, we have also what we call colloid. Colloid we have seen is the middle layer of what? Of the eye, the middle layer of the eye. Colloid is the middle layer, okay. Is the middle layer of the eyeball that lies between sclera and what? And the retina. Remember, sclera is the outer layer of the eye. And then the inner one is what we call retina. Then you have colloid, which is the middle one. So what is the importance of this? It is here. You can see on diagram. You see, this is colloid here, the inner one. So what is the importance of this one? It has two functions. So it is the one that prevents the internal reflection of the light. As it is what? It is pigmented black. It can prevent the internal reflection. When the light is there, when it has reached the inside of the eyes, cannot be reflected back because colloid is there. Colloid also contains what? Blood vessels. Those vessels, blood vessels, they do bring oxygen and nutrient to the eyeball. Eyeball is this whole structure of the eye. Needs what? Needs nutrient and oxygen to work well. So through these colloids, which contain those blood vessels, oxygen is able to be transported without any problem. Not only that, even the metabolic waste product, as we have seen. Remember, we have seen. It was in UNIT8, I remember. Those waste products, after the nutrients have been oxidized, we can get the waste product. Even in the eye, waste product can be produced. When they are produced, they have to be transported by those blood vessels. Now we have the retina. Retina, which is the inner what? The inner part of the eye. The innermost layer of the eyeball. It is the light sensitive. The light we are talking, the light they get into the eye, where they are going to be received, it is on the retina. Why? Because the retina contains what we call photoreceptors. They are located on the retina, on this side. Here. On the retina. It is here. You see? They are here, that photoreceptors on the retina. They receive the light that have been passed here, so that when they receive the light is going to be changed into the impulse, into the message, which is going to be carried out where? To the brain. Now, photoreceptors, there are two. We have two photoreceptors. We have what you call rods and what? And cones. Those are two photoreceptors that found on what? On the retina. Cones are able to see the colors, different colors. You can see red color, you can see blue, different colors. The cones, they are the one that can help you to see those different colors. You see, we are able to differentiate different colors. Red, yellow, green, all those colors. Our eyes has that capacity of differentiating them. Through what? Through those cones, photoreceptors. Then we have also rods. Rods are able to see in black and dim light when there is low light intensity, when the light is not enough. So the cells, photoreceptor that can detect that can make us to be able to see that is what we call rods. Yeah. Actually, those photoreceptors, they are connected to the nerve ending of the optic nerve. Why? Because when the light reaches on the photoreceptors, it is going to be transformed. It is what we call transduction. Into what? Into the impulse. And that impulse is going to go where? To the brain. And then the brain, for example, it is yellow. How can I know that this is yellow? The light comes and peak here. And then when the light peak here, that light is going to get into my eye. And then from my eye, there is photoreceptors that are found on the retina. They are going to receive the light which is come from this object. And then that light is going to be converted into nerve impulse. Why nerve impulse? It is a message that can be transferred to the what? To the brain. And then the brain receives the message. Then the brain, after receiving, is going to interpret that message. Then finally, it gives the response. The response is also going to be transported as nerve impulse, and then when that response comes on the retina, you will be able to say, this is yellow. You see? The process, we shall see this. We shall see this, don't worry. Nice. So now, those are cones and rods. They are different. You can see how they are different. They are called cones because the out segment is a cone shape. It has cone shape like. Why rods? They have the out segment, which is rod shape. Rod shape is like this. Rod shape. This is a rod like this. And then cone. Actually, this is a rod. This is a cone like. Nice. Then you have much more concentrated in it. We have many cones, more cones than what? Than rods. There are 6 million. They are found on the sorry. Those ones, they are less because we have 6 million, and those rods, they are very many. 120 million. They are very many, numerous. They have pigment called iodopsin. They have pigment called rhodopsin. They are sensitive to the high intensity of the light, those cones. As you have seen, they are able even to see different colors. Those ones, they are sensitive to the low intensity of the light. Cones, they give good visual because they can sense the high sensitive light. So the cones are sensitive to the colors. They can help you to see different colors. While rods are not sensitive to colors. Those are photoreceptors. They are two. Cones and what? And rods. Optic nerve, what's the role of the optic nerve? Is the nerve actually, those are cells that can transport what? Can transport the information, impulse, to the brain. Why impulse has to be transported to the brain is for the interpretation. interpretation of the message so that you can see the image you want to see. Now, photoreceptors, they do change the light into what? Into the nerve impulse. Then nerve impulse is going to be transported to the brain so that the brain can what? Can interpret what you are seeing. We have now what you call fovea. Fovea is also on the retina. What is the role of fovea or yellow spot? It is a small yellow depression in the retina. It is situated directly behind the lens. Behind. This is where the images are normally focused, to see where your image, the image is going to be focused on what? On the fovea. Are you getting this? The fovea contain the greatest concentration of cones. Actually, cones, they are there so that they can help you to see your image well. So there are no rods on what? On fovea. Fovea enable person to have detailed color vision. So, for example, you can see different colors at the same time. Red, orange, green at the same time. So that one is helped by this fovea, which contain the cones. Conjunctiva, thin and transparent to allow the light to pass through. Sclera, we have seen this. Ear brows, prevent sweat, as I have said. Are you okay? Nice. This is the structure. You will be able to describe this structure as usual. So you can see now, this it is for the next time. We can see the homework of today. So you will be able to draw and remember the internal structure of the eye. Everyone, make sure you draw the eye and then put the parts. So write in your own words the function of each part of the mammalian eye. Be sure you do this. So I can thank you so much for attending the lesson. We shall meet by next time.